Hey guys, today we've got some products from Kiwi Design, so I think that you'd be very interested to know exactly what we've got in. They sent us these products for review, and I'm pretty excited to see what's in here. So let's dig right in. So first things first, which is very, very interesting, we have got a Kiwi Design battery head strap that we're looking at here. I don't need this pen for this, but essentially this battery head strap is a 6400 milliamp hour battery which supplies extra power and extends your playtime, which is cool. Can never get enough of batteries. We've been using this little power bank here, which goes right on top of the Oculus Quest 3, this one right here. So you just sort of plug that in anywhere. It's these little anchor batteries, and essentially these are 5,000 milliamp hours, and we've got two of these, so 10,000 milliamp hours, including the internal battery that's in here, which gives you a lot of playtime. And then we've just got a connector that came with this globular cluster head strap here. But put that aside for now. This is what we're going to be looking at. So let's jump right in. It's got an adjustable hinge. It has durable material, enhances comfort and convenience. Not metal. That's what was surprising me. All right, let's jump right in there and see what's in this box. Okay, so nice Kiwi box. And I think you just sort of open it out like that. Nice. Very cool. It's got some icons here to show you exactly what you need to do to equip or put one of these on the headset, and that's what comes in the box. Very, very cool, very interesting. I like this already. This is very, very similar to our current setup, but let's see how it works. Microfiber cleaning cloth, I like that. Nice, gotta love that. With Kiwi Design branding right there. Kiwi Design branding. And then we've got a head strap attachment. Very smooth, very smooth. How far out does it go? Okay, that's about far out enough, and yeah, of course, nice. This, of course, clips into there. Very, very intuitive. I like that about this. These hooks clip right into there, which is easy enough for anyone to be able to figure out. Okay, does it click in there? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You can tell that this is pretty good build quality. Very durable. And I like this cable. So this was one of the old head straps that we used to have. And one of the issues that I had with it was that the battery didn't last very long. So you can tell the thickness of the battery in comparison to this one. So this one is a lot thinner than this one. This one feels a lot more durable and feels higher quality. This ratchet mechanism was also very dodgy. I'm not even going to go into what brand that was. Yep, okay. And that one, yeah, the battery capacity was quite low. So this one looks like it's something that would always be on. It's got USB in here up at the top. There's no on button like on some of them. Some of them have an on button right here. This one has no on button. That just means that it's always going to be powering your headset. So you'd want to make sure that this thing is constantly charged since there's no way to turn it. Okay, interesting, very nice. That's all that comes in the box, it looks like. Let's take a look in the bottom. Yeah, that's all that comes in the box. So here it just says, remove the facial interface. At the moment, we've got the globular cluster design facial interface on there, so I'll remove that. And then thread through the new strap. So we're going to do that. I think I already know exactly how to do this, so let's just go right in. And first and foremost, I'm not sure if there's a way to check if there's battery in here. I know how. So power bank into there, like that. And it's got 3 lights that come on. No, you didn't see it. I don't think you will be able to see it. But, there we go. Let me just plug it in, take it out. Okay, I'm not quick enough to do this. Yeah, I'm not quick enough to do this. It's got 3 lights on, which I'm assuming means it's 75% charged. So let's take this apart. First and foremost, we're going to remove the cable, put that to the side, remove this, which was incredibly difficult to put on, mind you. Okay, first and foremost, let's remove the magnetic facial interface, and then let's pull these out, like so. Yep, and then let's remove this. Or maybe let's first remove. By the end of this video, we may or may not have an Oculus. All right, there we go. Let's put that to the side along with this stuff. We'll keep the facial interface on there because we'll need it. But now we can come back here and attach this to the side like so. Yeah, we can attach this to the side like so. Boom. Yeah, okay, right there. Ooh, okay. I always get worried about these things because I worry that I might break things. And sometimes it's a bit finicky, but it's on there. We got it on there. Now we plug in our cable here on the left-hand side of the headset, straight into there, like so. And it lights up. We've got our 3 dots indicating how much power we have in there. I like that. Very, very plush padding for the back of the head. And now let's thread this in up top. It should be pretty straightforward. I hope so. Anyway. There we go. Come on, just in. There we go. Okay. What helps is that a portion of this strap is actually really hard. Most of it is soft. So this front part here is soft so it can slide into the groove. And then this part here is a bit more solid. It's a bit harder. So it doesn't flex as much. So when you're pushing it in, you can push it with a bit of force, which is good. Okay, Kiwi Design, I like what you've done. I like Kiwi Design. It makes things look very, very sleek. Look at that. Now we can still use our magnetic facial interface and clip it on right there like so, and it doesn't interfere. So now let's try it. Let's jump right in to VR and give it a go. Ooh. So this is the bend that they were talking about right here, where it arches like so. Very nice. So yep, okay. And then now we ratchet. Very nice. Yeah, I like that. It feels very lightweight. One thing that I love about it already, silence. So with this facial interface, there was a noise. So whenever you plug this in, you'd hear a bit of almost like moving current, like there's electricity there. And it was really frustrating because it felt like this is an unsafe device for whatever reason. And there was a buzzing and a hum. So when I wanted things to be silent, there was no silence. With this, there's a lot of silence. The only thing I would say is that there needs to be a way for this cable to sort of maybe retract into here and get pulled out when this extends, but maybe retract into there, because this I can already see being a bit of an issue if I'm playing any games that require me to sort of go above my head. You can already see already that it's just, yeah. So that's the first product. Amazing. Great job, Kiwi Design. I really like this one. And mind you guys, Kiwi Design did send us these products, but that doesn't mean that they're necessarily sponsoring the channel. They haven't sponsored the channel. All of this review is genuinely first review. This is the first time that we'll be seeing this when it goes live on our YouTube channel. So we're not going to actually let anyone see any of these product reviews or any companies prior to or have influence in how these products come out. We genuinely want to give you guys the best reviews and the most honest ones too. So let's jump into the next product. This here, I have no idea what it is. Oh, interesting. So Kiwi Design has sent us an extremely long USB-C to C cable. I can tell that this is quality. It's very, very thick. So this is probably for power and data. Usually, sometimes you can, should I? Yeah, I'm just looking for an excuse to use this knife. Sometimes you have USB-C cables that just do power and they're too thin and they're not very useful at all. But this is power and data, and it looks like approximately exactly 1 meter long. And then the power brick that they've given us is a Kiwi Design USB-C power adapter. It output 5 volts, 3 amps, 9 volts, 3 amps, 12 volts, 3 amps, 15 volts, 20 volts, 2.25 amps, 45 watt max. This is a 45 watt charger. That is really good. Thank you for that. And then it comes with this little thing here. I'm not sure what's in here. I'm gonna take a look because I'm very curious. Maybe some stickers. This is the warranty guide for the charger. I'm assuming that this is to charge this. So whenever you charge this, it's also inadvertently going to charge your headset. And you can see the headset is green right there, which means that it is fully charged. Awesome. So that's great. That's good to see. So you can probably pick up one of these chargers, 45 watt fast chargers from Kiwi Design's website. And of course, there's a warranty guide here on how to look after your products. Ah, this is what I was looking for. So I think I missed this, which was in the box, which was inside the box. Okay, so this product right here, definitely I see. This is the missing piece. This product right here clips on to the cable. Yeah, it opens up right here. I'm opening up the wrong way. Yeah, it opens up like so. You take this out, you braid it through here, you close it up, like so, and then you can do something this. There we are. And now, cable management. So they thought about it, which is good. They thought about it. That's good to see. Great job, Kiwi Design. Comfort battery head strap. So this is the Kiwi Design Comfort battery head strap. Great. I'll be honest, it is comfortable. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see, flicking through that. Yep, it's pretty much everything that I've just said. Let's put that aside for now. There's nothing else in here. Great. That's that product. Let's jump right into the next product from Kiwi Design. I'm not sure what's in here. I really like this microfiber cloth. Ooh, I'm guessing that this is going to be a facial interface. No? Ah, okay. All right. Okay, so this is the Kiwi Design controller batteries with battery door. All right. So they've given us instructions on how to put this on our controllers. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put our controller grips on. And then we're going to give them a test and see how they function. All right, we've got one controller here. So what I'll do is I'll remove this right here, take out the battery just for now. Yeah, removing the batteries from these things. And then we'll just slide out the little piece. Now we read the instructions and see what it says. So it says, so how to set up controller battery door. It says slide off. You get to see just how difficult it is or how easy it is with me. Guys, we have to, so this is for the right controller is for this one. So we put this in here like so. Okay, now we've got it in. Great, amazing. Yep, and now we've got a battery door. So I guess the battery just goes in and then that's the battery door. We need to leave the battery exposed. I don't like that. But let's see how we go. Yeah, so the battery's in there now, and this is the grip. That's comfortable. That is very comfortable. Okay, I'm not attacking David, but I mean, if it was the terrible product, it would have slipped out of my hand and hit David. No, that's really comfortable. I like that. Let's put them both on and see what they look like. So let's just release this over here. Take the battery. I don't need to take the battery out. This one I'm going to leave the little lanyard on there and pull it through. Let's have a look and see how we go. By the way, guys, we're actually in our new office space and really enjoying it here. It's a beautiful place to be, and we'll give you an office tour soon once everything is set up. But this is where we're operating out of, and so for anyone who is in Sydney who utilizes our services or anything like that, our old office, we're no longer present there, so we're in a new place. All right. This is nice. This is very nice. It feels like the controllers are really in my hand. They're very secure, like you can see. As you can see, it's very, very nice. I like that. I like that a lot. So for the fighting games, you know, act a little bit like Mike Tyson, Rambo, Rocky Balboa. Okay, I'm a little bit silly. It looks like this is supposed to go on there. I thought this was a little bit bootleg, but I don't know what is supposed to happen here. All right, there we go. Perfect. Okay, we're only gonna put on one. There we are. Now it makes a lot of sense. The only thing I'm not the biggest fan of is the difference in color, but let's have a look and see. Okay, so let's put this back down and yeah, okay. So this is what it's supposed to look like. Before, it was looking like this because I didn't check the package properly to see everything, but this is actually what it's supposed to look like. You just slide that in to the same compartment and it's almost like a little really nice contour, but it doesn't necessarily fit the groove here. It's not a perfect fit, but it's not supposed to be a perfect fit because you're covering it anyway. So this is what I mean, just right here in the corner here, it sticks out a little bit. But that's not going to be a problem once it's inside of the little silicone glove. So we put it in the silicone glove, and now, there we go. Now it makes sense. So now the little battery door, it doesn't just hang loose, it tucks in, like so. It tucks in rather satisfyingly too. Now that feels like a robust and complete product. That's very nice. Great job, Kiwi Design. We'll put that to the side for just a moment and we'll jump into the final product that Kiwi Design has sent us. So I'm not sure what this is for. They've sent a couple of these and replacements. So they've sent 2 of these and then they've also sent 4 more of these. So I'm not sure exactly what those are for. They've left a slit here for these, but what these are for, probably maybe to help you open the battery door. I don't know. I like how flush it is. Maybe for people who don't have nails, it's supposed to just stay in there and then you can use it to just pop this open. I think essentially this is supposed to be used to just stay in here and then you can just pop it open, but obviously it would be the other way around where this is in here and then it'll close on it like so. And pardon me, you can sort of then just pop it in here, pop it out. Yeah, it's got a battery door, but let's look at the accessibility of the actual battery itself. Let's see how hard it is to take out. That is hard to take out. It's actually hurting my nail to take it out. If you're gonna remove the battery from this thing, you're better off just removing the entire silicone glove. But thankfully, the batteries in these things last weeks, and if you don't use the controller very much, they last months. So you'll very rarely be removing the battery out of this thing. But the battery accessibility, I don't think the battery door is necessary. In my opinion, I would keep the original battery sliders on here just so you don't lose them, because these ones don't fit as well as the originals anyway. And accessing the battery, unless you've got really small fingers and really strong nails. But the product in and of itself, for its purpose, is amazing. Okay, on to the next product. So this one right here is the Kiwi Design Comfort Head Strap. This head strap does not have a battery attached to it, so if you are mostly using your Oculus connected to a PC, or you're mostly using your Oculus just for basic things, maybe just content streaming and enjoying media, some social media and browsing the internet, not really anything graphics intensive or processing intensive, you can get away with using one of these. Alternative to that, which is more graphics and processing intensive, you'll need a battery head strap, a big one, just like this one. But let's jump right into this and see what we're looking at. Okay, awesome. So I can see that the design is very, very similar. Let's take this out. So we won't need to worry ourselves with, all right, let's just come here. Okay, we won't need to worry ourselves with putting this on there, because this, I can clearly see, is exactly the same as what's on there already. This here. This is just the thing that goes on the back of the head. The only difference is it looks like the locking mechanism here is slightly different. So the other one had multiple little spokes. This one has just 2, it seems. Okay, amazing. Okay, let's see the ratchet mechanism. Very nice. So now we're going to remove the old one and put on the new one. So you probably won't even remove the old one. The old one is the one I want to use more than this one. Oh, that clicks in really nice. Awesome. All right. I'll tell you what, that is very comfortable. Obviously, it's quite a bit lighter weight than this one is right here. It is quite a bit lighter weight. This is great because it's a counterweight. This is heavy on this side because this is heavy on this side, which counters weight really, really well. Now, this is not heavy. It's quite light, but it's incredibly comfortable. And I can feel the ratchet mechanism is so very nice. This is a good product. Look, I think if anyone is interested in picking up these products, we'll have the links down in the description below. as well as the special discount links from Kiwi Design themselves, and we'll actually be giving away some of these products. So we're actually going to give away this Kiwi Design comfort head strap to a lucky subscriber. Goodness me, if I'm able to pack it back in the box properly. We'll be giving this away to a lucky subscriber, and stay tuned for future reviews and unboxings because there's a lot more products that we'll probably be giving away as well. For anything else that you are interested in, if you have any questions about the products, we are going to be testing them anyway, so leave a comment in the description section down below. And let us know if you're interested in anything. And again, once again, if you're interested in any of the products that we have used today or unboxed today, they will be down in the description below.